Okay, that ended really quick. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night. One of our last two episodes of 2025. We'll see who shows up tonight. If we get any guests, we may or may not. Next week, we're definitely going to have a guest talking about a movie called Not for Nothing. That'll be Brandon Brooks will be joining us, a former podcast host and also a good friend of the network, and he'll be talking about his movie Not for Nothing, nice. Which we met the filmmaker, and unfortunately the filmmaker passed away unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. So the movie is actually starting to get a rollout, and we want to be on the cusp of that. So we're excited. We're super excited to have him next week to talk about that. We'll also next week be talking about our most anticipated movies of 2026, as it is our last show of the year. We are live everywhere. There's just comments. Instagram is live. Everything's live. My name is JW Colwell. I'm joined as always by my good friend and former schoolmate, Jerry Kamora of the band Slapjaw. Jerry, how is your Tuesday night going, my friend? Are you in the thick of the Christmas season?
No, not so much yet. We're in the thick of freezing cold weather, though.
Yeah,
that's to be expected.
Yeah, it was chilly. It was chilly down here too. It was like it was 67 today. It was rough.
Wow, that's like your coat weather down there.
Yeah, that's like hoodie weather. I just had a weird conversation with my wife about like Christmas gifts and things that you might want, and it was silly, but I was talking like they just re-released. Do you remember starter jackets?
Yes.
Do you remember how important starter jackets were to us? Even if you didn't love a team, everybody had a starter jacket at some point, or like wanted a starter jacket at some point.
Right.
And they just re-released. I think they're re-releasing them, and it's like the Raiders one was always so amazing, like because it had the patch logo here, and it was like an actual patch, and then it had the giant Raider logo in the back, and like all the rappers, like the NWA was wearing them in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like, and I had said to my wife, I'm like, that's something I really wanted, and I'm like, because it re-released, and she's like, we live in Florida, you don't need a jacket. I'm like,
doesn't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
That doesn't matter.
I don't care. I'm trying to recreate my childhood.
Right.
We're at this point.
That's why I have this room. Thank you. You understand.
Yeah. Well, and it was lost on her, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to recapture gold. Like the reason they're re-releasing it, something like that, is for me. Therefore, I should have it.
Right.
And the other thing was they were notoriously small. They ran small. I am down a few sizes, and they have the jacket in 3X and 4X. Jerry, goddamn it! Like I want.
You'll get it. Just get it.
I don't. Yeah, I mean that's. But are you at that point? Like I am at that point where it's like I know my best gifts, and the best person to give me gifts is me.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like
because you know exactly what you want.
I know exactly what I want.
That thing I got, that big leather face thing.
Yes, that's amazing.
It was on NEPA Marketplace, and my wife actually found it and sent it to me. And I'm like, I need this. That's why you sent it to me.
You sent it. You didn't dangle it, honey. You sent it to me because I want it. I'll tell you what I'm looking for, and if anybody's out there is looking to try to find me stuff, I am in search of. There are McFarlane. These are the McFarlane figures that I'm enamored with, right? There is another new McFarlane Batman that is for Batman Begins or Batman Returns, I should say. And what do you got? What is that?
I have an Army of Darkness. Is that a McFarlane?
Oh, it might be. It could be. What is it? Movie Maniacs?
No, it's. Hold on. I'll put it up here.
I'm gonna make Joe jealous tonight. I have something in my goodie bag that I haven't put out yet. That will be.
I can't tell. Yeah.
It might. I don't know if that's McFarlane, but that's a great
But
figure.
I have a Spawn one too.
Evil Ash, but I was like, I'm in search of the McFarlane Batman Returns figures.
There you go.
Because they have a penguin that is Mayor Penguin, right? So he's dressed up, and it's all real clothing. And they also have one at GameStop. They have like him in his terrible outfit where he's driving the Ducky. Okay, these are something I found. Look at these. These are the reaction figures of the original Superman.
Nice.
There are 6 figures in the set, and they are not easy to find. There's a white Jor-El, black Jor-El.
You just have that one for now.
Hold on. There's black Jor-El. Okay. Hold on, Jerry. Let me check. Oh, there's young Kal-El. Nope. Now, here's the funny thing. These are the first figures of these people, some of these people. There's Lois with her little reporter notebook.
Right on.
Yep, you'll notice that's 4, Jerry, on my computer right now as we're talking. And then I have General Zod with the Phantom Zone. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's super cool. And then, Jerry, by going to my bag for one more, I was able to find all 6. So I have Lex, and he comes with a toupee. Nice. He comes with a toupee. Really cool. They'll be up next. They'll be up by the time we have shows in 2026. But like I was thinking about it, they didn't have Superman action figures for Superman the movie when I was a kid.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so some of the best stuff that's coming out is for me. Like, I feel this is the latest popcorn bucket, by the way. You're gonna like this too. I couldn't say no when I saw it because I was just like, I love the movie, and it's just
nice.
Yeah, he's super cool. Like, he opens back here. He opens somewhere up here. I haven't even tried it as a popcorn bucket, and I never will. He opens like back here, but it's the Predator from Badlands, so he is the latest popcorn bucket. But I just feel like we're in a golden time, and Christmas is. I'd feel terrible too wearing a Raiders hat. Thank you, Gold Silver. It's true. Here's the thing, buddy. And this is what you'll understand if you watch the show. Welcome. We're glad to have you. But I am loyal. I've always been loyal.
Yeah, I can say I am too.
And I've always been a Raiders fan, and it's never gonna I'm not gonna change. I did say, I talked to my family at some point in the last couple weeks. There are some good Florida teams this year. I don't mind the Jags.
No.
I don't mind the Bucks.
Except when
they play the Raiders.
Except for the Dolphins. The Dolphins still suck.
Yeah, well, the Dolphins have a shot to make the playoffs. They still do.
It's a little less than 1%.
Nice to live one's childhood without the bedwetting. How did you know, Ken? How did you know?
And Euresis.
But yeah, I think it's I embrace being a Raiders fan though. Like it's hard. It is hard being a Raiders fan. Like I view it a little bit as life.
We're in the same boat, brother.
But I will say, can I tell you something? I know your family's very close with the Chiefs. Watching them start to implode. One of them is, but watching them start to implode, Jerry, makes my heart warm.
Oh yeah,
like it's great.
That's like me with the Patriots.
Oh God, just
15,
anyway,
20 years.
We got a good show tonight. I'm gonna give you the 5 movies that I think made me giddy about film going this year. 3 of them are horror films, so no shock there. But we'll get into it a little bit. Let's talk. Let's talk box office. So usually the weekend after Thanksgiving is a down weekend at the box office. everybody comes off the high of being off and visiting, families visiting, and usually weekends down, but not this weekend, Jerry. No. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 came out on December 4th. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry. This is the first time in a long time where I am not in on the horror movie trend. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that I never got into, like, as a game. And now that the movies are coming out, like, I've gotten to see it with people who are big fans of the games. And they're like I'm watching the stuff, and like for me, the movies aren't great. They're meh, right?
I heard of the game, but is it more like kid-oriented horror?
No. It's big boy horror. It gets real dark real fast.
I don't know much about it.
It goes from Sorcerer's Stone to Deathly Hallows very quick in the Five Nights at Freddy's world, right? If you're doing Potter. But animatronics, killing children, it's all there. And there's a huge backstory. There's so many games and all this, but I'm not in on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you ever gone to a movie and you're just like, you're not in on it? So it's like you're actually watching the movie for the movie as opposed to the reveals or whatever. And then you're sitting there going,
yeah,
this movie isn't for me at all. It doesn't happen often with horror films, but this movie, Jerry, the numbers are astounding, although down from the first movie. And even though the first movie premiered day and date on Peacock, $64 million opening weekend on 3,400 screens. Zootopia 2 came in second. I saw Zootopia 2. I got to tell you, this is the new Disney franchise that gets me going. They're well-crafted movies, and they have great voice actors that are playing all these characters. And the characters in the movie, it's a conspiracy plot. There's, the bunny and the fox are on the cop force now. They're working together. They're trying to solve crimes. Snakes are not allowed in Zootopia. Snake shows up in Zootopia. Everything, all hell breaks loose. And it's got it's like a densely plotted film noir. Backstabs and conspiracy and whatever, but it's for kids. But Jerry, there are so many jokes in the movie. There are so many jokes in the movie that are directed at us that kids don't get, that the adults are there. Like, when you watch some old Disney films, like the jokes, they're there.
I get it.
And you get them, and they're funny. And like, there's an extended sequence where there's a Shining joke. There's a sequence where they come out of a giant like place, and they look over and they have to get to the other side, and there's a giant maze. And they start playing the goddamn music. And I was like, what is happening? And they're playing the dun 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 dun. Right. And I was like, a Shining joke and then there are other Disney jokes. There's one really funny where they're running through a kitchen and there's like a lion chef and he's cooking and he's doing everything perfectly. And as all the people are blowing by him, his hat flies off and Ratatouille's running the lion. And the other chef goes, I knew it. And it's like, they're really funny, but like the plots are so dense. Like, it's about this, and Ki Wei Kwan, Short Round and from the Goonies plays the snake. So it's like, it's the coolest snake because it's Short Round. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And right. So it and then my
It'd
favorite.
It'd be great if he had like the thing, if he wore the thing with the boxing glove.
Oh my God, it would have been amazing. It would have been incredible. Anything with Data. But they were one of the things that there was another character that's a beaver that's played by comedian Fortune Flemster, who is hilarious. Her name is Nibbles Maplestick, and she runs a conspiracy podcast. It's just great. And it sets up for a third movie. So if you go to see it, stay for the ending all the way through the credits. There's a teaser at the end. And I'm like, this is the Disney franchise they should be building on. Like, this is the kids love it. It's got animals. They're doing fucking wacky animal things. Zootopia is this incredible, world they've created in this franchise. And I enjoyed it immensely. It came in second, by the way, after a huge opening weekend. It grossed $43 million. It's a 220 domestic as of Monday. But here's where it gets fun, Jerry. Let me set these numbers to you. It's a 223 domestic in the United States. Okay, Jerry? Can you give me a guess on how much it's made worldwide at this moment? Well, without the 220. Without the 223. What's the international gross for Zootopia 2 right now? 400 million. No, Jerry. Jerry, it has grossed $697 million worldwide. In 2 weeks, the movie is at $920 million. It will be the second movie to cross the $1 billion barrier this year. Insane numbers. And then
they're getting paid.
Well, I can't. I'm very happy that this franchise is it's well liked. It's it is what it is. Rest of the chart, Wicked for Good came in at 1.3. It brings its total to 298, but I think Zootopia is going to catch it, and Avatar is going to blow it out of the water. And Wicked is Wicked's run its course, although they're talking about more movies, even though we don't have more movies. And then the other one that I really want to talk about that I did get to see this weekend that I have to talk about. Kill Bill for Good, The Whole Bloody Affair came out this week. If you get a chance to go to the movies and see it, it is. It's just so we're clear. It runs 4 hours and 36 minutes because it's two very long movies put together. But what I'm going to tell you, Jerry, is they've completely restructured. It's restructured. They cut a couple things. They move things around. They move pieces around. The narrative is better structured.
So they made two movies. They made it one complete saga then.
Right. And and for whatever reason, Jerry, I'll give you an example, one of the few changes that is very noticeable. Well, if you stay all the way through all three sets of credits, the two sets of credits that run with the movie, they run the credits from the first movie, the credits from the second movie back to back at the end of the movie. If you stay through both sets of credits, there is a lost chapter that is basically computer generated animation of the bride facing somebody else. So there's something new as well. And it kind of ties into Fortnite a little bit. So whatever. But it's good. It's good. It's about Gogo Yubari's sister, who is not happy that Gogo has been killed in the House of Blue Leaves. So she's tracking but what I would say is the most interesting thing that was coming out of it I had so many thoughts, but one, it works better narratively. If you can find a way to watch the way it's done, the whole bloody affair, it's cut together and sliced together and put together better. One of the things they changed, I'll give you an example. You remember at the end of the first one, she gets Sophie out of the trunk. She cuts off her, at some point she cuts off her other arm. She rolls her down the hill. And then it cuts to the scene of Bill talking to Sophie. And how much does she know? Where does she know where I'm at? And then the teaser at the end of the first movie where everybody gasped and just went, what the fuck? Was, does she know her daughter is alive? Right?
Right.
Not there. Because it's one movie. So we don't need that cliffhanger. So it's gone. Right. And what that does, Jerry, is it was perfect when it was the intermission was 6 months, or we're waiting for 1 to 2. But what it does for the movie as a narrative is when she comes around the corner in the last face to face, and BB is sitting there with Bill, it is a gut punch. Like, you know what's going to happen, right? As if you've seen the movie before. But what I will say is it's a gut punch because we haven't heard it in this narrative structure. So when she comes around the corner and she sees her daughter, you know, the audience gets a gut punch that they never had because we already knew.
Right.
So it makes the movie a little bit better. I think, I was talking about this last night, I think it may be his best movie. Like, I know that's hard to say. My favorite has always been Reservoir Dogs because I think pared down Quentin Tarantino is best Tarantino when he's not left to his own devices and he just goes crazy. Right? I think pared down Tarantino is always better. You know, Reservoir Dogs is an hour and a half. It's quick. It has iconic moments without needing to do anything extra.
Right.
And I always love Pulp Fiction because Pulp Fiction's Pulp Fiction. You know, it's just, it's cinematic filmmaking from the mind of a video store clerk that, you know, was like what I did when I worked at Blockbuster. You know what I mean? Like, what if that happened? And then putting a comedic spin on it.
Go get the gimp.
That's what you want, the gimp. Like, fuck. But yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna, you know, get a couple of hard hitting pipe guys and
gonna go medieval on your
ass. Yeah, just beautiful. It's a great movie, but I'm beginning to think at its core, Kill Bill might be his best movie because he knows what he's trying to do. He knows he's making, a kung fu movie. It has all these great things that lead to other places if you're a cinema fan. And and let me throw this out there to you because I think I respect your opinion on this. So there's always been a top 3 female action film characters, right? For me, it's always been Ripley, Sarah Connor, Princess Leia. I think Beatrix Kiddo, the bride, deserves to be in that conversation. I don't think she gets ahead of Leia or Connor, but I think she's in the conversation of the greatest.
It's a pretty well-known character, right?
Right, and it's also iconic. It's the kind of thing where you're sitting back and you're like, these are the greatest feminine characters, action characters that have ever been put on screen, and Beatrix Kiddo is definitely on that fucking list. Do you know what I mean? Like, she just is. They also extend a couple of sequences, the animated sequences, with Oren Ishii. Her origin story is a little bit extended out, extrapolated out, and show more of her revenge on the guys that killed her father and mother. Right. So it's a really, I think it's going to get released. I would imagine that it's going to get released for streaming and maybe a box set of some sort.
That would be a 2 VHS tape.
Yeah, it would be. It would be, and
no doubt.
There was an intermission. I was so excited there was an intermission. Like, and then I was so excited there was an intermission. And actually, there is also a really cool "let's all go to the lobby" kind of thing. That Tarantino, a little bit like that, but it's not. It's for different shit. But it was still like when it showed up, everybody was like, it showed up after one of the credit sequences, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, are we ever leaving this theater?" And not in a bad way, just in a like, this is so cool. I'm happy to be a part of it. But that did well this weekend. That grossed $3.4 million. You know what I mean? And it's only on
at a theater though.
It is a long time. Yes, my ass may never forgive me, to be honest, Jerry. But I didn't want to miss it. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about I found out that one of the theaters in my area is playing Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie. It premieres on Tuesday, or it premieres Thursday or Friday on Netflix. I'm thinking about taking a run down. Oh my God, it's Joe.
Oh,
how are you?
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Exit stage left.
Yes.
What's happening, fellas?
Nada.
How are you?
Oh, I'm great.
We haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, holidays and everything. And ladies and gentlemen, since JW never does it, thank you for tuning in. And if you're tuning in for the first time, please go to all our socials, give us
Like
a
and subscribe. I'm sorry. You're right. I get so excited about talking.
I know. And then once you stop, you're like fucking Pringles. The fun don't stop.
Yeah, just once I start. Yeah.
That's
Isn't that Lay's? Is it Lay's?
I thought it was.
No,
you got a fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Oh, whatever.
I want more cowbell. No, wait. Once Pringles is once you pop, you can't stop. Okay. Lay's is once.
Once not
Lay's is. Yeah, once something. I don't know.
Make hers yours. Remember hers?
Oh, hers. Can I tell you? We got some Wawas down here. I can get hers chips again. Thank fucking God. Nice.
We got Wawa's is amazing. My wife worked at a Wawa's when she was a kid, and I tried a sub from Wawa, and I was like, "Damn,
they're good." They also have the Coke freestyle machines, which is nice. And
we're getting a Wawa in Moscow.
Hers, you're getting a Wawa? Really? Holy shit!
Yes.
Well, didn't they start? They started up north. My wife lived in New Jersey.
Yeah, they were in Philly, New Jersey. But the Scranton, Moscow area is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Philly and Jersey. So we're talking about fun movies, Joe. I went to see Kill Bill Volume, the whole bloody affair.
Oh, I know. I heard last night.
4.5 hours in theater, 5 hours with trailers and everything.
Now, wasn't there a cut like that already released at one point?
It was released in LA, and they did it as a special screening. And this is the first time it's been released.
I could have sworn I saw it on digital at one point years ago.
I was born in East LA, yeah.
Or it may not have been this particular cut, but it was.
I don't think it's combined. Somebody might have done that, maybe on YouTube or something. Okay, but this is Tarantino approved. I will say it also has one interesting credit sequence, Jerry. At the end of the movie, it says the bride character created by Q and U. And I was like, I've never seen that one before. And Rich was telling me maybe I just forgot it, but I think it's a real fitting testimony to Uma Thurman. And that's the last thing I will say about it is I don't think we gave her enough credit when those movies came out, because this role runs the gamut, right? She gets to do everything an actor is supposed to do in any movie. She does action, she does comedy, she does grief. It's one of the best performances. And when you see it all together, it has an arc, it has an ebb and flow. It really is quite an experience. I'm very glad I got to do it. What else? What else we got? Joe, you want to talk about anything? You have anything you want to talk about?
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys had seen, but my buddy, Chris Rodriguez, who I grew up with, he actually is he's into competitive barbecuing. And he easy for me to say. I just got off work, so
I don't know what's going on here. You're out of practice tonight. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, exactly. We need
to get back.
We're barbecue, Heavenly Q, and so we put up a few clips on that. And
I was watching. They're good. They made some good shit. Looks delicious.
Right, so he's kind of becoming a sponsor / we'll probably start doing segments when he sends them our way.
Okay,
and see if we can get some merch and give it away.
Gotta get him up here in Northeast PA.
Let's talk turkey. I mean, actual turkey. Is it going to send us food, Joe? Are we going to get to taste stuff?
He's got a proprietary rub. A black cherry.
I also have a proprietary rub, but it's a different thing.
That's why you're married.
It's a direct result of the marriage.
But yeah, it's good stuff. He does it with his daughter. Chris is a cool cat, man. He's really involved with the community. He actually teaches barbecue cooking classes at the 4-H as well.
Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. I'm excited. I'm happy to be part of it. And like I said, anytime Jerry, you and I can get free barbecue, I say.
Well, JW, he's closer to your neck of the woods than he is mine.
Where is it? Where's he at?
He's Up by Gainesville, I think.
That's not that close to me though.
Oh no.
I mean, it's closer than you.
Closer than me. But
That's like 6 hours away.
Everybody, go check out Heavenly Q.
Heavenly Q Barbecue on Instagram. And is he gonna come on the show and talk about like
he may?
I need some brisket tips.
Are you guys old enough to remember Mr. Food on the news? Yes,
Mr. Food, absolutely.
So I want him to do something like that.
Well, okay, so what I would suggest. Oh, then we should talk about that. It should be like maybe we can come up with barbecue stuff to go along with movie openings or something.
Hey, that could be a thing. But I mean, Mr. Food, it was a segment for those that you don't know.
Oh yeah, no,
it was on the news great. When we were kids, and it was like a 2-3 minute segment and cook something, showed you the ingredients. And
he was fantastic.
So good.
So good. Yeah, he was great. He wore like a chef hat. And he had like a big,
gray beard.
He had a big burly beard.
Yep.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Yeah. I remember Mr. Food. That's great. I'm happy to be part of it. And like I said, especially if we get to taste cool food, I'll be honest, when I used to do the segment on PA Live in Pennsylvania, they set up my segment to be on Fridays, and usually they had a cooking thing on Fridays as well. So I got to eat every Friday before I left the studio. It was the greatest. Like Dave Kohar, like they used to have great, like we have some really good like barbecue restaurants like up in PA and like just general restaurants that were like on for catering or whatever. And the two things they used to have on Friday afternoons with Dave Kaharchik on PA Live when I was on were we used to have the marching like band segment from like a football Friday like kind of band segment during the football season, and then a cooking segment and the movie segment whatever the movies were opening. And so I used to like what is it, Uncle Buck's? Is it Uncle Buck's up by your way, Jerry? Is there a place called Uncle Buck's? That's the one I tend to remember. I don't think it's because of John Candy.
I just remember the movie.
Well, yeah.
I was thinking the movie. What's that?
Everything goes back to John Candy. We did the Silent Partner. Have you guys ever seen the Silent Partner? Have you either one?
Which was the movie with John Candy where he ate the big ass steak and then he had to eat the fat afterwards?
Great Outdoors.
Great Outdoors.
He's not done. He's not done.
Look at the maggots on that meat.
that's just bone and gristle. He's not done yet.
Gristle and fat on that plate.
He's not done. If I can get a dessert down him, will you throw in a couple of shirts and stuff for the kids?
Mm-hmm. Did you guys see the documentary recently?
The John Candy documentary?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
You haven't seen it, Jerry?
No,
you got it. I will say it to you, Jerry, if you get a chance. It'll
definitely hit you in the feels.
It's made by Ryan Reynolds. And the interesting thing, like I was talking about this before the documentary came out, but if you're perusing, like just doinking around, doing the doom scrolling that I've been doing recently, when you're just kind of doom scrolling, there is never a bad story about John Candy ever. Like on a set with people, there is never a bad story where like John Candy was an asshole or John Candy did something horrible to somebody.
Even when he was on his drunken drug binges.
It's super nice. Like, and my favorite was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. We just celebrated Thanksgiving the last couple of weeks. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, like there was a budget cuts on that movie.
I'm not going to tell you I've never seen it in its entirety.
What? How? It's such a good movie. Anyway, I'm disappointed.
I got sick of Steve Martin because we had a VHS of All of Me. And that's all my brothers used to watch for some reason. And
All of Me is a great movie, though. Oh my God,
sick of Steve Martin.
Yeah, but John Candy. Anyway, so on the set of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, they were filming in the freezing cold Chicago winter. Right there's a lot of winter scenes because it's Thanksgiving, and they were filming in the winter. But there were some budget cuts where the crew didn't get fed. Oh, we just lost Jerry. Or the crew didn't get fed, and Jerry will be back. I'll bring him in as soon as he comes back. the crew wasn't getting fed. There was no catering.
I
and
saw that.
And no coffee and nothing. They were getting dick. And he basically, on his own dime, brought in catering and paid for dinner for like 2 weeks or something. And, had coffee brought in and basically had heaters and all kinds of like places. You went dark. What happened? You went dark.
Well, yeah, it's because I was flipping around my other windows because I'm getting messages.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, I love getting messages.
I can do that, and then I can do this, and hopefully that's.
Oh, there you go. Drunk Canadians are fun, says Ken. Someday we'll get a drink with you, Ken. Someday we'll get you on the show and we'll get you to have a beer with us.
And Ken, congratulations, man, on keeping your health steady.
Yeah, the health has been nice. I'm super excited for Ken. I had a good doctor's visit today too. Anyway,
sweet.
Oh, he's back. The holidays are upon us, and
or is he?
He was. There he is.
My internet crapped out for some reason.
Because you're in the cold, Jerry. The cold.
Yeah.
But you never hear bad stories about.
Wait. He does have facial hair. Why didn't you do No Shave November, you bastard?
No. Why? He has facial hair.
He has
facial hair.
He waits till December to do it.
Me? Yeah.
Not him.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you look real close, you can see some.
You have what? 3 hairs? Let's see.
Yeah, 3.
I have to grow it. I went deer hunting, so I have to make it.
We have to make it look.
So
good.
when you go deer hunting, do you watch The Deer Hunter while you're deer hunting?
No, that movie. Do you know how depressing that movie is?
It would be great.
I
do 3.
A little Russian roulette, and oh man,
Jesus Christ!
I read so many stories about that scene that they actually did like a live bullet, and fucking he was just like, "Let's do it."
Yeah, just not. Yeah. Okay, so
JW totally off guard.
You did. Let's talk about. I'm just trying to come up with stuff. I have my top 5 for the year. I think they're pretty. I think I'm solid. I feel good about them. I actually have 6.
Your top 5 movies of the year?
Top 6. I'm gonna be an oddball. I'm gonna say 6.
Do you have a top 3 new shows of the year too?
No, I have one show that everybody should be watching that we'll talk about if you want. Everybody should be watching this show.
Oh yeah, that too. That's
everybody should be watching this show, and probably you should be watching The Pit as well. But
from Talamasca.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched that at all. I am knee deep on this show because this show is the most interesting sci-fi show in.
I'm on episode 4. What is there? 7 out right now?
I think there'll be 7 out on Friday. I think it's 6. You're on episode 4, so you're. Is that the grenade episode? This show is so good. It's so fucking good. So, if I asked for a nuclear bomb, would you give it to me?
Give it to me? Well, yes.
Yes. Fantastic. It's so well done. It's well written. Rhea Seehorn's great. It got some Golden Globe love, which it doesn't really happen usually.
I want to talk about something that came up last night on
the show. Go ahead.
All right. So you were talking about Netflix and Paramount and Warner Brothers, and
I even have a graphic. Hold on, I have a graphic. Go ahead.
Are the Animaniacs going to come out of that?
I wish they would end these. I wish they would end the selling of Warner Brothers, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
I mean, even with the deals and shit that they have going on, now if you want Netflix on 2 screens and you want 4K, you're paying over $20 a month for that. Yeah. And then for HBO Max, it's the same fucking thing. So those 2 alone are already over $40 a month. And then wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. And I didn't know we were selling Ginsu knives, Joe.
That was from the Slap Shop. But anyway, Slap Chop. Yeah. See,
Slapshot is a really great Paul Newman hockey movie.
Oh yeah,
a fantastic Paul Newman. But yeah, it is a lot. I will say what I'm going to say to you
is Paramount Plus we get for free with Walmart Plus. That's where
right.
we get toilet paper and shit.
Or you can
but
get
then we
Peacock.
pay extra.
You can also get Peacock.
Right, and then we pay extra to have it commercial free.
Yes.
So we're already at $50 a month for those three things.
Don't you remember when we had cable and it was $100 and it was glorious, and we could watch anything we wanted to watch?
No, I didn't like that. I like the early days of streaming where.
Well,
I like the early days when you knew somebody to climb up the pole and take the filter out so you get free.
Right, and all it took was an eraser from friggin' pencil, and
so here's
not that I know.
So this is the a couple things. We did talk about it last night on the show, and one of the things that interesting that Rich sent to me afterwards. Rich sent me a thing that came out afterwards, right? And the thing is, oh fuck, I just lost it. Hold on. Wrong one. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read it to you. So remember, Rich has a really big. His big problem is what happens to Turner Classic Movies,
right?
And there was a big story last night that came out on Vulture that basically said, that they are very much aware that Netflix wants Turner Classic Movies, that's part of it. So
you guys mentioned that Netflix is only bidding on a certain portion.
Yes, but Turner Classic Movies is part of the deal. Now the hostile takeover. Now a couple things.
Paramount wants the whole thing.
Paramount wants everything. Now there's real problems there, and we don't. Okay, so here I'll tell you what's going on. So Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers. Netflix wants Warner Brothers. First time they've ever acquired anything, and basically kind of like done whatever. And so what you have is just this thing where they're going to acquire a studio. They have said they're going to leave the studio on its own and they're just going to get product. And that's great. And they're going to let the studio release movies and all this other stuff, which is what I'm concerned with. Netflix owns a very large portion of the streaming world right now. So you could easily see the government going, maybe we don't want that big a streamer. Cool. Paramount coming in with a hostile bid. Paramount basically got rebuked because Zaslav doesn't like Ellison. And also the deal wasn't as good. Although the new deal to take over the entire studio is not good either. It's $100 million for everything. And Zaslav is under the impression he can sell the studio and the movie product for 80 and the rest for like another 40 or $50 million. 50 billion, I should say. So, saying you're going to do $100 billion for everything is not great either. I would much rather if we had a mid thing happen where maybe Comcast, where Peacock and Warner Brothers kind of fused, and you could fuse Peacock and HBO Max and fuse Universal and Warner Brothers together to form a really great studio.
My question is, why is WB selling?
Because David Zaslav is a jackass, and he's been a jackass since he took over. He's a widget maker. He makes shows about people who are engaged and get divorced and want to renovate their house. That's what he does. He doesn't make
everything on Discovery Plus.
Yes, he doesn't make fucking good movies. He doesn't understand the concept of quality.
And
he's like, look at this house, and this is my ex-wife, and we're gonna knock a wall down. Oh, yeah.
And she just got out of jail, by the way.
Yeah, it's fucking just crap. He makes garbage. And
here's her new boyfriend.
What happened was he got put in charge, and now he doesn't want to be in charge anymore. And the way he gets out of being in charge is to sell the studio. I like the concept of Warner Brothers doesn't need anybody, but if they're going to pair Warner Brothers with anybody, I would prefer to pair them with Comcast. Because Comcast Warner Brothers and Universal together would be incredible for a lot of reasons, but mainly the IP. You would have two studios joining at IP, where eventually we would get Universal Epic Universe Gotham City, or Epic Universe Metropolis, or you know what I mean? Like, they would work better. I don't want the Ellisons. I don't want Paramount anywhere near this. And this is a political thing. I'm going to say it really point blank. David Ellison already owns CBS. That is one of America's, people grew up watching Walter Cronkite, grew up watching Dan Rather, grew up watching all these great news people. He is systematically taking apart CBS. I do not need David Ellison to also be in charge of CNN or any of the other news organizations in the country. It's just not, it's not a good time for him to do that. And also, I don't like him screaming, it's not fair that they took the other bid. Daddy promised me a studio. He's the Veruca Salt of fucking like people who want to manage a studio. And like I said, he wants to take over Paramount. That's great. Do what you got to do. But the concept of him taking over Paramount and Warner Brothers, two of the greatest studios in the history of film, and then also on top of that, getting all of the MGM content. Fuck so that.
Let's get a little interactive here. So, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, whether you're watching it live right now or when it's over, what is your go-to streaming service? Do you pay for it year-round? Or do you bunny hop and like have HBO Max for a month and then cancel it and then go to Netflix for a month?
You're gonna
us
hate
in the
me.
Comments.
Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is a good thing. I don't bunny hop. I have everything.
So you're paying more than cable then?
Yeah, but we have kids. We have like there's.
I was paying $5,000.
We have. I don't think it's that much, but it's not great.
Close. Need a second mortgage, but whatever.
Yeah, I sold my kidney last week, so I'm good for the next 2 years.
Only one?
Only one. I need to be able to function, Joe. Already said what I do. Yeah. I should be great. I'm okay. So glad I'm a pirate and don't pay for shit. Problem there is that means I don't like piracy. I don't like piracy, so that's a big thing for me. I'm just saying it. But what I would say is if I had to go to right now, for me, I think the best quality comes from something like HBO Max, and Warner Brothers, being able to watch classic Warner Brothers movies. The household that I live in watches more Netflix than anything. And then I like Paramount and I like Peacock because it's like Paramount.
What do the boys watch the most? Disney Plus or
YouTube, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
now do you pay for commercial-free YouTube?
I do. Yeah, I can't deal with commercials anymore. Like I've also
There's
just
not
so
enough
clear,
time to spare for commercials.
Here's the thing.
There isn't. Also, once you get the taste of not having commercials, I would imagine it's the equivalent of Tony Montana and Scarface just burying his nose into a pile of cocaine.
I know what Jerry's going to say. Jerry's going to say there's an app called SmartTube that you can put on the Android
actually,
box.
if you get the Brave app, which is a search engine, and you get YouTube on that, there's no ads.
It blocks.
Interesting. It's amazing. That's incredible.
I have it on my phone because I listen to music in the car, and I hate hearing the
I think
Google. Everybody knows what it is.
The thing that I think happens with the kids the most is they want to watch something specific, and then I think the reason we have all the apps in the house.
Hold on a second. Wait. There's the Brave app. Wait, where is it?
It's got like a lion-like face.
There it is on the right.
That.
Oh, look at it. It's like Simba. It's like Simba.
Like Firefox or Google, right? And then you just do YouTube on that, and there's no ads.
I will say, I think Paramount Plus has some of the better shows out now. Also, Paramount Plus, for this show in particular, Paramount Plus has every episode of The Twilight Zone. And it's become like just being able to click on Paramount Plus and then watch The Twilight Zone and then get to the next episode. Like it, I will say this is an interesting thing. I use SmartTube, but they got hacked, needs to be re-downloaded. Okay.
Yeah, there's a new downloader code.
We have what I would also say is, I think just being able, like, this was a dream of my dad's. I don't know if like you ever talked about your dad with your dads. My dad's dream at some point in his life, he wanted to be able to just, I want to watch this movie, and being able to just go to the TV and be able to watch it.
See, that's what my dad does now with his remote control, and he just speaks into it.
But it's an interesting thing. I think this
starts
particular
with an F and ends with Ire Stick.
This yeah, we don't get paid to promote. Someday,
maybe. He's retired. He actually pays for it all, and
and I think for the most part, this particular, I don't know that I like Netflix and Warner Brothers, but it's not for like the I think streaming costs are going to go through the roof like everything else.
And then they're going to make so remember in 15 years ago, cable started going through the roof.
Yeah,
people said
then we did something else.
We started buying Rokus, and Roku had private channels at the time that you could put just about anything on there. I worked with the developers. I worked with the data team. And then after Roku started tightening their belts, then everybody
I never would have guessed you a beta, Joe. I always thought you were an alpha.
Baby, I am an alpha. There should be no doubt about it.
That's good, baby. But I think we're past that point already. I think once this merger goes, I think it's going to take about a year.
So what I'm saying though
I'm more scared about movie theaters.
People are going to revert back to pirating if it's going to skyrocket like it already is. I mean, the whole point of Netflix at the time was, hey, this is affordable. It has a shitload of content.
Actually,
and I don't have to download anything and worry about my ISP.
We're gonna blow people's minds.
I can share my password with whoever I want.
Exactly.
We're gonna blow people's minds. Originally, Netflix was I'm get 3 discs a month.
Yes. Now,
so I mean,
mind you, Roku
they've adapted the best.
Was the original? It was supposed to be the original Netflix streaming box. That's where Roku came from.
Yeah,
so Netflix broke off the deal, and Roku moved on.
I hope this deal doesn't go through, but I also don't want Ellison in charge.
And I know it's an electronic show. I'm sorry, I get excited about this stuff.
I know. It's in your blood.
Yes, it is.
But my main concern with this deal, in finishing up, Joe, is Netflix doesn't like movie theaters, and I love
their shit in there. Like when you
said
they
don't like that's not
Stranger Things is going to go in there, and you said it's $20 plus a $20 popcorn and soda.
But you know what? That's what happened with AMC. Apparently, when Rich looked it up, it was just $20 for candy and soda because Netflix doesn't want to pay the people as a movie. Doesn't want to pay the creators.
Are they playing all 4 or 5 episodes in the movie theater, or just the first episode?
Just the finale, just the last episode.
Oh, not the first episode of the second half.
No, just the finale. It's December 31st. It's the day before.
It's an hour long.
I think it's 2 hours.
Oh, the finale's 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 hours. But what like. It takes place at 8:00 on. Well, some people will. It's sold out across the country. You can't get tickets.
You're already paying over $20 a month for Netflix, and then they want you to pay $20 for a ticket. And...
Netflix advertisers.
I got some.
I just want to point out
language for you.
A couple things. Yeah, a couple things on that. One, they're not paying the creators or the talent, which is crazy. And the way they've gotten around that with regards to SAG is that they're basically saying when it goes into theaters, people aren't buying a ticket to see Stranger Things. They're buying a popcorn and drink ticket. So they've gotten around that. So with regards to them loving they don't like movie theaters. The creators of some of their best stuff love movie theaters, like Rian Johnson, who, Wake Up Dead Man should have been in theaters, should have made a ton of money in theaters. The third Benoit Blanc movie, that barely gets a release.
Is it bad that I didn't recognize Daniel Craig in the preview?
No, the character's special. I don't know. It's not bad. Craig's in a whole different world now that he's not Bond. He can let himself go a little bit. It's kind of great. He's a great but it's one of my favorite franchises, and the idea that I may not get to see it in a theater and I may have to watch it on television boggles my mind. But I'll give you another example. Anymore. I'll give it. It still bothers me. I'll give you another example. This is a weird one, but Narnia is coming out next year. We're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk about our most anticipated movies of 2026. The Chronicles of Narnia, by the creator of Barbie, by Greta Gerwig, is going to be a big movie. But here's the key, Joe. The Chronicles of Narnia, the deal that she has dealt, the deal that Netflix set up, it's only going to play in IMAX theaters. IMAX theaters represent 2% of the total screens worldwide. 2%. So if you go to if your theater, your local multiplex doesn't have an IMAX, no Narnia. So is that on the big screen or is it just on IMAX? So
somebody in bumfuck North Dakota
won't get to see it on a big screen. So, but they signed the deal with her. We're talking about Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is getting out of his deal with Netflix because he felt on the back end, Knives Out 2, right? Glass Onion and Wake Up Dead Man. He felt those could have been $150 million movies, right? With the casts, the story, like a good murder mystery, Daniel Craig creating this character. And Netflix said, no, we don't want to release the theaters. Fuck off. I'll tell you another company. We were talking about it last night. Another company that's freaking out right now in the background. The Sony animation company that made K-pop Demon Hunters. At the time, Sony made a deal, sold K-pop Demon Hunters to Netflix. They didn't think anything of it. They didn't know what it was going to do. They didn't know anything. That franchise is $1 billion franchise right now. And they can't get out of the fucking deal with Netflix to get the movie into the second movie into theaters. It's a fucking disaster. And that movie would open. That could be $1 billion movie, the sequel.
So how does Sony drop the ball on that? But with Spider-Man, what the hell? The animated movie with Miles.
Across the Universe?
Yeah. And the second one.
Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse.
Right. Hey, those are great friggin' flicks.
All the animation from Sony's been great. There's a movie called The Mitchells versus the Machines. Joe, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's great. Jerry, I'll recommend it to you. Your daughter, your family will love it. It's basically about this family that basically is taking their daughter to college and machines take over the world. And it's just this awkward family fighting the machines. It's phenomenal. It's a great movie. Should have been in theaters. I'm
going to start offering gift cards for anybody who can count how many times an episode.
I say phenomenal.
You say basically.
Basically? Oh, basically. Well, basically, you're going to be giving out a lot of gift cards.
Well, no, they have to go through the whole episode and count them. So
we're in the hundreds. I was just going to say basically. I was just going to say basically. Now you fucking called me out on it. I can't do it. But what is happening?
You do it on both shows, and I was like,
"Yeah, I know." Look. We all have crutches.
It's a filler word.
It's a filler word.
It's your crutch and filler word.
It's my filler word because my brain is always going so fast.
The loud and basically nerdy show.
I would say it's basically loud and basically nerdy. But so yeah, that's like Netflix is terrible to theaters. The news came down that basically Netflix is going to say Warner Brothers can Warner Brothers is, now it's every time. Warner Brothers can do their own thing, and that's a good thing. If that happens, great. But the last time we had a merger of this size, when Disney gobbled up 20th Century Fox, Disney at first said we're going to release the same amount of movies, but the movie release schedule went from 40 to 20. So it's not good for theaters, and that's where I'm most concerned. Top 5. Let's do top 5 because then we got to get to other stuff. My top 5. I think you can probably guess. I'm gonna
Mr. Cotta.
Oh,
God, what's? Give me one, Jerry. What's on my list? My six movies of the year.
Sinners.
Damn it, that was
Sinners is definitely on my fucking list. One of the best movies of the year. One of the greatest vampire movies ever made. I want sequels.
Flick that all the kids ran out into the street and didn't come back.
Weapons.
Yeah, that's it.
That's another one. Yeah, that's high on the list. I don't know. Well, I think you'll get most of them. This one you're not going to get, so I'll give you both of them. But if you don't love this movie, I can't.
I haven't seen it yet. I have to give it my undivided attention. I usually watch movies in pieces.
It's thought-provoking. It has one of the best chase sequences you will ever see. Ever.
That I don't know about. Car chase scenes?
Jerry's seen it. It's a phenomenal.
It was a cool perspective.
It's a stylish.
Popeye Doyle had a great car chase.
I'm not saying. I'm saying to you, French Connection, Bullet, and this chase scene is in league with those chase scenes.
Okay.
It is.
Gotcha. All right.
It is.
Popeye Doyle.
Okay, so I don't care what anybody says. I like Marvel. They did what they were supposed to do. Superman's definitely on the list.
So wait a minute. So top 5, where did Superman fall compared to Fantastic Four?
Superman's ahead of Fantastic Four for me. I like Fantastic Four. I love Superman.
Do you think they're going to continue Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Did they make enough money?
Yeah, they don't care.
He has the shirt on.
I basically have the shirt. No, it's not basic. I have the shirt on.
Is Jessica Alba going to make a guest appearance?
She could. I mean, you realize
the people from the original Fantastic Four movie that wasn't released, they made a guest appearance.
Yeah, that was great. I would say, I don't know if Jessica Alba's going to do it because Jessica Alba doesn't really like the franchise. There was a big story that she doesn't like it. Car chases, Vanishing Point. Vanishing Point's a great one too. Sorry, not sorry. That's fine. I just think we have a lot of car chases in a lot of movies. We've been Fast and Furious out. When you see the car chase in one battle after another, you'll understand the concept that it can be done in a different way.
I'm
really
still surprised they made another Fast and Furious movie after the first one. I don't get the whole concept. It's fucking
Joe. You haven't lived life until you've Tokyo drifted.
No, I ain't gonna.
So
when did the original come out, like 1959 or something.
Really? Is that what you said?
No, Fast and the Furious.
Oh.
Fast and the Furious. There was a Fast and the Furious during the 50s. There was.
Yes.
Okay.
I would say if you had to ask me my favorite movie of the year, can either one?
1995.
55.
55.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There was originally a Fast and the Furious, and then there was another one. Then Vin Diesel took the title. So if I had to pick a favorite. I don't like doing this, but if I had to pick a favorite, my favorite movie of the year is guesses from you two?
Superman.
Okay, your guess is Superman? Okay. You?
Basically, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's it. I just had to say basically, sorry.
You're going Superman as well? It's not.
Sure.
My favorite movie is Sinners is my favorite movie of the year.
Is there any update on a sequel to that?
No.
And see, I liked the
Long
Walk. I thought the Long Walk.
The Long Walk is great too. Like I think
the Long Walk fucked with me.
That's why I liked it more.
I love the Long Walk. I think it's a well done Stephen King movie. The performances are great. Sinners
not
and
expecting Luke Skywalker to be a
total douche. Well, but here's the thing: you're not expecting Luke Skywalker, but what would you say if the Joker was in the army?
Okay, fair enough.
Fair.
Animated series.
Or if you want to get really data, so what if the Trickster was in the army? Sorry, that's a Flash 1990 show reference. Sinners, I think. The last one. I didn't give it 6. I'm gonna put it out there. This is.
I dug this movie a lot. I did.
It's stupendous filmmaking. Frankenstein was
theater worthy.
Yes, that didn't get to theaters either. So I had to go an hour to see it. I traveled an hour up and an hour back, 2 hours. to be able to see it. And so Netflix sucks in that regard. And that's the only thing that scares me.
But
about
is
the
it
merger.
Netflix or is it Guillermo del Toro that sold it to Netflix
No.
instead of putting it in?
Well, no, because all of these filmmakers are like, when you make the deal with Netflix, Ryan Johnson, when he signed with Netflix, he wasn't not expecting to release the Benoit Blanc movies. It's just one of those things. So it recap 6. Superman, yes, 100 times yes. Weapons, yes, 1,000 times yes. Sinners, really, just so good. And I wouldn't mind a sequel, but I don't need a sequel. I feel like a sequel to Sinners would be The Matrix. Sinners has a perfect beginning, middle, and end. It ends perfectly.
Okay, a prequel maybe would be interesting.
About the Irish vampires, maybe. Yes. I think the prequel they're talking about the most right now is this prequel. There's a definite
Aunt
Gladys is going to get a prequel. Frankenstein, really great, amazing. One battle after another.
Frankenstein was the closest to the actual novel, was it not?
Yeah, it's no. It takes liberties.
It starts out with the ship.
But it takes liberties. It takes liberties, okay. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, well, that's the key. I just think it's grand filmmaking. The set design is amazing. The
practical effects,
the makeup, everything is special. The really cool thing is that these two movies are going to be going head to head at the Oscars in a lot of categories. With this one, this movie is going to be up for. It got the most Golden Globe nominations on Monday. 9.
So is Wicked going to beat those out?
No. Wicked didn't even get a nomination for best musical or comedy. So
wow.
Wicked's on the way out. But Sinners and Frankenstein both got nominations. Weapons got a screenplay nomination, and Aunt Gladys, Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys. But these 3 movies, this movie and this movie, are going to be, I think, the 2 head-to-head at the Oscars. And a couple other ones, like Hamnet. Things are going to get released in the next couple of weeks. Hamnet looks really good. Jesse Buckley, and it's about Hamlet. And what happens, he loses his son, and he creates Hamlet to give as a present to his wife for the lost child.
I thought I saw that new movie with Jennifer Lawrence and our current Batman,
Die My Love
is on streaming now.
Yes, quick.
I kind of want to check that
very
out.
Fast. The two that are on streaming this week that you should be looking at are Roofman with Channing Tatum and Die My Lovely. So a couple things. Okay, other
Roofman was okay.
That's when he breaks into like the mall or Toys R Us or something.
Yeah, he's hiding out in the toy store, basically.
Okay, so now Jerry, I know nothing about this movie, so we're gonna do this. You're gonna have to lead this one. As we travel the end of the year, what is this week's movie from your basement, Jerry? It came from Jerry's basement. 3 dimensions.
Movie?
And yes, Gladys does need a backstory.
This movie is a Fangoria premiere, iZombie from 1998.
Okay, I got the right one. Cool.
Basically, it follows a young man.
Did you just say basically?
Yes, I did. It's about a young man who gets bit by a woman, and he starts to slowly turn into a zombie. And he's struggling with craving human flesh because he's not a killer, but he still has to, get victims. And as he's reluctant to get victims, he's starting to deteriorate mentally and physically.
Nice.
And that's basically.
It's everywhere now.
You got me doing it. And this came out in 98. Now, I guess there is a TV show called iZombie.
Yeah, different.
It's female. Yes. She was a coroner, I think.
Yeah, it's a WB movie, a show that was based on a comic book, but this is a Fangoria movie.
So, Jerry, Fangoria was putting out their own releases in the 90s on VHS.
Yeah, just like Shudder. It's just like Shudder.
I don't remember.
Presents.
Is there like a whole list of
Parkinson.
movies that they put out? Because I don't remember seeing that stuff. But then again, in the 90s, I was preoccupied with
other things.
College.
Actually,
the 3 C's. College, cocaine, and... never mind.
Well, wait a minute now.
Wait. C. Wait a second. I'm confused about C.
Me too.
Anyway,
college, cocaine, and...
It's not blank a doodle do, is it?
Back in the day, it was college, coke, and coochie.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. I'm sorry. Fangoria Films, by the way, Joe.
Not cock, asshole.
I'm sorry, you said the 3 C's. Anyway, Fangoria Presents had a series of movies in the 90s.
Did our buddy Tony produce any of them?
I don't think so. Wilderness, iZombie, A Chronicle of Pain, Lady of the Lake, Angel of the Night, School's Out, Slashers, Eternal Blood, One Hell of a Christmas, Fangoria's Blood Drive, and Fangoria's Blood Drive 2. From 96 to 2005, they put out a series of direct-to-video things.
This is one of them.
This is one of them, and what I would say is an interesting side note here. This is what I get information-wise. In 96, Fangoria Films reemerged as a distribution company using their Gore Zone label to release 20 low-budget horror features over the next 10 years.
I have a Gore Zone magazine, too.
99 to 2003. iZombie, Chronicle of Pain, Last Horror Movie, Slashers, and Dead Meat. Many of these films feature the Fangoria logo atop their video DVD covers, while Fangoria's involvement in other releases was subdued. In 2004-2005, they produced and distributed Fangoria's Blood Drive, 2 DVD compilations of award-winning short horror films. First volume was hosted by Rob Zombie. Oh, it's ruined. And Mrs.
Just came out before that.
Ruined. In 2010, Fangoria launched the Fright Fest DVD line in conjunction with Lightning Media. And then this movie, interesting fun fact, this movie is basically a mockumentary.
Basically.
Fuck off, Joe. It took 4 years to make. It was shot and edited in 18 months, but it took another 18 months for director Andrew Parkinson realized there's problems with the script structure. The unplanned reshoots caused strained relationships, but the film was completed. Post-production took another 6 months. And so Parkinson was obsessed with 60 millimeter film and wanted to use that in the film. He made iZombie. Cool. He was unable to pay traveling expenses, did not use auditions. He had either worked with the actors previously or had seen in local theater, and the main actor performed his own stunts. So fun stuff. Interesting. I'm not going to say the other word. Anyway.
It's like a scene where he breaks his leg.
Well, wait a minute. Where can we find it?
He screws his leg together.
Is that on YouTube? It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
I would imagine if that's on YouTube, then you could probably find all of them on YouTube. And it might be an interesting little time capsule to go and find the Fangoria produced films.
And watch our episodes with Tony from Fangoria.
I would not watch the short films that were picked by Rob Zombie because they must be the worst compilation.
They're trying to Fangoria. I saw on Facebook. They're trying to get together like a whole redistribution of all the magazines. They're trying to put together like one big packet. They're asking
like what Heavy Metal did.
Yeah, they're asking for donations and stuff like that to put together this whole thing.
I would
buy.
That's amazing. Fangoria was good. That was not the magazine I was obsessed with as a child.
I was kind of.
I was obsessed. I know. I could see it. The magazine I was obsessed with, and you might have been too, Starlog. I love Starlog.
Yeah, that was good too.
Starlog was great.
All right. Take this one, JW.
Nicolas Cage has a new horror movie out, The Carpenter's Son. I think Cage is turning into the new Eric Roberts. No, Cage. No, I'm gonna
Spider-Man Noir is coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. Nicolas Cage is an acquired taste, and he sometimes makes junk, but he also sometimes makes long legs. So, the first low-budget film that got me into the genre, Serial Insane Clown Killer Sick, from 2003. Thank you, Mike Tackett. Welcome to the show. Please,
Mike, good to see you, buddy.
If you find anything you like, please, as Joe would say, like and subscribe to any of our numerous places where you can get us. Facebook, YouTube, all those cool places. Where all the cool Instagram, where all the cool kids are now. Let's go into the Twilight Zone, boys, because this is a weird fucking episode. Then it's a weird fucking episode.
I liked it.
What's the name of it?
The episode is Equality of Mercy. And this is the first thing we see. And what we have is a bunch of people near the date where we drop the Hiroshima bomb. So if you're paying attention, the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombs are dropped on a specific date in history. This kind of takes place, I think it's 2 or 3 days before the bomb was dropped.
At the end of World War II, basically.
It's at the end of World War II, and basically you have a guy, a lieutenant. Fuck. Shut up.
You got a twofer that time.
Yeah, you have a lieutenant who comes in, and lieutenant
basically.
No, I didn't say it. Lieutenant comes in, and he's the men are kind of like these tired guys that are watching a small place. I love that Rod Serling in almost every episode appears in some way in the foreground. It's always amazing. And what happens is that they're looking at this hill where they're trying to. I'm putting up the wrong fucking picture. I have the same picture twice.
Pictures, I'm gonna have a goddamn seizure.
It's
sorry, dying.
Sorry. So what happens is they're looking at a hill compound. They're trying to fire mortars in, and it's basically a ragtag group of people. Fuck me. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's this ragtag group of guys that they're haggard. They've seen a lot of people. They're done. They're done with the war.
The new sergeant comes in.
They have a great fucking line where the sergeant says to the lieutenant, "We have enough death in our craw that we're gonna live with it for the rest of our lives, and we're done." And the new lieutenant comes in, and the new lieutenant is played by. Did you guys recognize him?
I haven't seen it, so
okay. If I show you this picture, the lieutenant's on the right with the stripe on his helmet. That's a great sequence, by the way. The sergeant says, first thing you should do if we are gonna attack this very these desperate men in this 20 people in a hole kind of situation, first thing you should do is take off your officer shit and take it off your fucking helmet.
It's the last three guys.
Last three guys we've had, the last three lieutenants we've had have all been killed. And like the guys they're okay. They're haggard, they're just worn. And it's just this guy is like he's giving them shit. And he's disrespecting the sergeant, he's disrespecting the men. Like he
wants to get a notch in his belt, right?
Yeah,
before the end of the war, he wants to win and obliterate the enemy regardless.
And there's a great moment where the sergeant, he asked the sergeant, "What do you really think of me?" And he's like, "Do you really want to know?" And he's like, "Well, what I think of you is that you came off a college campus and you're trying to get a victory so you can go home to your hometown and celebrate that you killed some Japanese people. But we're done with death. We're like." If you want, we've been trying to bomb this little like encampment. If you want to go full, he's like, I want to go full head. I want to kill Japs. That's what I'm here to do. Okay. So I showed the picture. Let's talk. The guy on the right is the lieutenant. The guy on the left is the sergeant. If I showed you that picture and then showed you this picture.
Really?
Yes. Amazing. Dean Stockwell is the lead in this episode. So as they're preparing, they're gonna charge the hill. They come up with the idea, the game plan. They get mud on their faces, and like he keeps on disrespecting these guys that have been in the shit forever. Like they've been here for 2 years. They've been on active duty for 2 years, and he keeps on giving them shit. As he's looking the last time at the binoculars, he drops the binoculars. Binoculars crack. When the binoculars crack, he ends up on the other side. He ends up as one of the Japanese officers.
Right, but they're in the same position.
They're in the same position as the Americans.
In the tunnel.
and the Americans are in the tunnel, and he sees things from a different perspective. So the opening goes something like this. In August 1945, the last grimy pages of a dirty, torn book of war. The place is the Philippine Islands. The men are what's left of a platoon of American infantry whose dulled and tired eyes set deep in dulled and tired faces can now look forward toward a miracle, that moment when the nightmare appears to be coming to an end. But they've got one more battle to fight, and in a moment we'll observe the battle. August 1945, Philippine Islands. But in reality, it's high noon in the Twilight Zone. And so this episode, I've never seen this episode before. I think the reason you haven't seen this episode before is because Dean Stockwell is in Yellowface, right? I think
they wouldn't rerun it.
I don't think they would rerun it because the makeup
kind of terrible too.
The makeup is good, right? And he doesn't do any weird. He does a little bit of a weird voice, but not too bad. And I think that's the reason we haven't seen it a lot. But basically, he comes up with the thing and like, fuck off, Joe. He comes up with this concept where he understands that maybe, he realizes he's in the middle of a thing, and he wants, he comes up with the idea that I'm gonna try to talk the Japanese commander into not attacking the Americans in this hole.
And the commander saying the same things he said.
Yeah, the commander saying the same thing. So it dawns on him that his thing is totally bullshit. And because the sergeant even says, they're just tired men that are in a hole, and we're tired men outside of the hole. And it's not, you don't need to notch any kills on your belt. And then he says the great thing right before the binoculars crack, he says, I'm sure with your bloodthirsty nature, you'll get another shot at this. You'll get another shot to kill some people somewhere around the world. It doesn't have to be us. But he has the revelation. The Japanese commander says all the same things that he said. He gets beaten down by the commander. The commander smacks the living shit out of him. And it just kind of things. And once the commander smacks him the second time, he's back. And he picks up the broken binoculars. And it's just at the moment they're getting ready to attack that on the radio they say, oh, we dropped a major bomb on Japan and the war is really over. And they're pulling all of our troops back as far back as we can come to wait it out. But they think they're going to surrender. And so the attack never takes place. And, it's just, once you realize that Rod Serling had really difficult times in World War II, you realize that that war changed him as a person and as a writer and as a communicator. So it's a really interesting kind of introspective quality. Closing narration, the quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice, but applicable to any moment in time, to any group of soldiery, to any nation on the face of the earth, or in this case, the Twilight Zone. Now, again, we don't get super political, but I can't even imagine that we get this episode in the midst of what's happening in the real world with
my question to you is
maybe double tapping boats. I just think it's crazy.
Hold on a second. How long has Generation Movie been on the Indie Escape Network?
2.5 years.
I think it's longer than that. I think
3 years.
Nerdy's almost at that point.
82. We came out. We started 82. The vision of the show was 82 is a really good year, and I want to celebrate the 40th anniversary. So 2002, 3 years.
But my question is, this time in December, have you watched Pearl Harbor?
No.
And have you reviewed Pearl Harbor?
No, never. I don't.
And what is December 7th?
The day that will live in infamy, Joe.
Well,
basically.
Okay, so
basically. No, but what I'm saying, like a couple things about. I just think it's it's an interesting time frame, and it's an interesting kind of we're talking about people on both sides of a war or whatever, people, the idea of the Rod Serling's version of the world is a very moral play. The Twilight Zone at its core is moral, right? Morality is a key component to many Twilight Zone episodes.
That's
and this one
in the end. Yes.
Well, but not always.
Oh.
The people that get screwed are often people that are doing bad things.
Yeah.
The people that don't do bad
like
things
the dude in the concentration camp.
yeah, they're horrible people. So two things. Again, my favorite parts of the episode were that this guy is also this guy, and then this guy, not that guy, not that guy. That guy is also. You recognize him?
Is that Leonard Nimoy?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, and he's a bit player in this. But so really interesting episode. I think it's weird that we got it in this particular time frame, and it's just crazy. Next week's episode is a weird time to get it. Next week's episode is Robert Redford's episode.
You were about to say De Niro. I was interested in that.
Fuck. This is episode 15, season 3. It's the 80th episode of the Twilight Zone. Next week is Nothing in the Dark. That is the episode where Robert Redford plays Death.
Robert Redford. And that's the last episode of the year for
this year. Yeah, it'll be the last episode for the year.
The year.
Yeah, but we're 80 episodes basically on the show. Quick preview. There are a lot of fucking movies opening this week. So
wait, time out. We got to do something more important than that.
What?
We got to wish our broadcasting brother Scott Schiaffo
a happy birthday. We were Scott. I thought we did a nice reach. I sent him a personal message.
Okay, but we're on here live, and
happy birthday, Scott. I told you want the funny thing? His birthday is the same as my nephew's. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that till this year. Caleb is 8, and his birthday is the same day. But happy birthday, Scott. We appreciate Scott. The new Francis Fell music that dropped recently is great.
Yeah, I wrote him. I told him it was awesome.
It's tremendous music. It's just perfectly.
Have you listened to any of his Christmas stuff?
No, but we.
Oh, I would.
Okay.
I'll have to check that out. I've been writing him on Messenger on the side.
Sweet.
We've been
talking. Yeah, we've been talking.
I sent him a couple.
couple music things.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. Really quick before we go, as we tie up, happy birthday, Scott. We wish you the best. Keep up the good work. Movies opening this week. There's a
wait
lot.
A second. When's Jerry's birthday?
The 10th.
Oh, she had to say something.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
It's Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Is it the 11th? It's the 11th. No, 12th. The 11th. 12th.
12th.
Fuck.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. Good job, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
We love you, Cindy.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends, Mom.
Like not having birthdays anymore.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends, Mom.
Wait a minute.
I'm getting too old for this birthday stuff.
Cindy, is he living in your basement right now?
I should be. I'd be saving money.
It'd be a really good thing. So a couple things. The big movie, there aren't really any big movies. The biggest movie coming out in the next couple weeks is Avatar, obviously. But there are a plethora of things opening this week as we progress out. This is coming back to theaters. I don't know if you want to see it again. Jim Carrey's Grinch movie has come back. No, wish he was. Aw, your mom's so cute. Stop embarrassing me, Mom. Wake Up Dead Man also premieres this week on Netflix or at theaters if you can get it, but December 12th, Friday, right in time for your birthday, Jerry. Benoit Blanc comes back. We also have, let's see, as we go through this, hold on. There's lots of things to go through as we progress. There's this movie called Dust Bunny coming out. I don't
Never
know
heard
anything
of
about it. It's coming out. It's coming out wide next week. But if you are interested in what could be an interesting movie, it could be fun. Mads Mikkelsen, Sophie Sloane, and Sigourney Weaver. A film written and directed by Brian Fuller, who is famous for the Hannibal show that was on NBC. Mads Mikkelsen played
And
Hannibal
Mads
Lecter.
Mikkelsen was, yeah. Okay.
Yes. And it's basically, here's the premise. When a monster under his bed eats her family, an 8-year-old girl living in New York City asks her hitman neighbor to help kill the monster. Could be fun. It sounds like Leon the Professional mixed with a horror movie, which I'm always intrigued by. And then this movie is also opening Ella McKay. Good cast, solid cast. It's a James L. Brooks movie. It's written, directed, and produced by James L. Brooks. Emma McKay, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kumail Nanjiani, Ayo Edebiri from the Bear, Julie Kavner from The Simpsons, Albert Brooks, and Woody Harrelson.
Is any of this being advertised?
Not really, no.
What's the reasoning behind that? I mean, how do they
It's a
expect to
streaming.
get asses in seats?
I don't know. But it's coming out, and it's being described as an American political comedy drama, written, directed by James L. Brooks. James L. Brooks, by the way, Terms of Endearment, he made so many great movies, and he's just one of the best feel-good comedy directors. Starting Over, Terms of Endearment, Broadcast News, I'll Do Anything, As Good as It Gets, Spanglish, Ella McKay, and How Do You Know? So he also produced Big, War of the Roses, Jerry Maguire, Riding in Cars with Boys. And so it has potential.
An impressive resume.
Yes, and with an impressive cast, like Jamie Lee Curtis and Woody Harrelson and Albert Brooks. Like, I
didn't even know Albert Brooks was still alive.
It could be something. Wait, there's more this week. So you got Dust Bunny, which could be anything. You got re-release of The Grinch, in case you want to do that. You also have this, which is dropping, Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. Didn't
we already have that?
No, this is the it's a second. It is a second remake.
Okay, we did have a remake.
There was a remake in 2012.
Okay.
This is a direct remake of the '84 movie, though. So I don't know.
Naughty.
I don't know what we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna.
So it's not like part 2, Time to Take Out the Trash, or
no? It's just trying to live off IP.
It was part 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or part 3?
It's trying to live off. It's trying to live off IP. Is what it is.
Jerry, help me out here. Time to Take Out the Trash. Was that part 2 or 3 of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
That was the second one.
Okay.
He has it right there. There's the original. That movie cost so much fucking
clamshell.
Oh, look at that.
And that was 84?
84. Probably didn't get the clamshell to 85. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
How long have you owned that?
Oh, who knows?
Like from 80,
Jerry, when you got did you buy out video stores? I
did.
Montage, would it be Montage or Orals?
I didn't get to Montage. I didn't get Orals. I got one that was down near Marshall's Creek. We were on our way to the flea market, and I told her, I'm like, oh, they're going out of business. We're stopping there. That's just one place, but like there was real deal video.
Is Jerry a picker?
Oh, I was definitely a picker back then.
But he's
nice.
He's a connoisseur as well. Like it's And then the last thing that's getting re-released, 5 different Silent Night Deadly movies. Yeah.
Right,
the last thing that's getting re-released, and I don't know where you want to go with this, but Wedding Crashers is celebrating its 20th anniversary. I always felt the most interesting thing about Wedding Crashers is that it is the ultimate rom-com that acts like it's being naughty, but in reality, both guys get charmed and taken in by the 2 women, and they become good boys. So at the time,
I know I saw it, but I don't remember it anymore. That was 20 years ago?
20 years ago. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary. One of the biggest hits of 2005. But that's coming back to theaters. It's got a really great Christopher Walken performance. It's got a really great Rachel McAdams performance. Bradley Cooper before he was anything.
What year is there something about Mary at now? If that's freaking 20 years.
It's around that time frame, right?
I think there's something about Mary's 98, maybe. I'm guessing 98. Let's see if I'm right. 98, baby.
Stiller run.
I still got it. 98. But that's coming back as well. That's playing fully in theaters this week. So 20th anniversary of Wedding Crashers. Because
you think it's going to make any money?
I don't think it's going to make Kill Bill money or Star Wars.
It's not going to make Jaws money, or
no, it's not going to make that kind of money. But it could squeak out like $1 million, $2 million. And then lastly, this will end the episode tonight. We were talking about it last night. This is coming back 2027. We get the unaltered Star Wars. That's going to make money, Joe. That fucking release. I don't know
if I've ever seen it. The original.
I'm sure Jerry knows this. I'm going to bring out my shit now. These are not these different ones. I have so many versions.
I got
of Star
you full
Wars.
Screen, brother.
I know, but I just put it down. I don't know where it is. I have versions of the DVDs that have the original unaltered versions, and they're very hard to find.
I mean, time wise,
99 was when they came out. Special editions. Time-wise,
what I'm asking is, like, the original version, how long is it compared to the special edition?
No, it's not. He didn't change any of that shit. I mean, some things changed. It was more like he polished things up. Ooh, that's all right.
I mean, like,
I don't know which one this is, but
I don't. What's the date on it? Does it have a date down the bottom?
Fox Video.
The movies are going to have whatever. You need the box on the outside. Maybe. There are so many versions of Star Wars. So many versions.
1992.
92. That could be.
That was definitely the despecialized version. I remember my friend had that.
That could be. But like I said, and this, just so we're clear, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Wars is going to be a big deal. That's just going to happen naturally. But the idea that Disney, on top of that, is going to release the unaltered versions, people are going to lose their fucking minds all over again. It should be great. I hope I survive.
With Rich
I hope I survive.
Last night. And your conversation with Rich was that Jedi was crap.
Jedi, the special edition of Jedi is there's terrible things in the special edition of Jedi.
It came out in 83. I was 7 years old.
There is terrible stuff in the special edition of Jedi.
Granted,
terrible stuff.
And I agree. So now comparing 7-year-old me with Jedi compared to 20-something-year-old, late, almost 30 for the
special editions.
No, the new ones. The episode 1. And I lived with Ewoks at 7 years old. At 20-something, almost 30, I could not stand Jar Jar Binks. So I understand how the older kids now felt about the Ewoks like I felt about Jar Jar.
Well, wait a second. I was only 9 when Jedi came out. I don't think I hated Jedi. When we're talking about Jedi being awful, what I was saying, and this is a true statement, but and we'll put it on this show to have it. So Star Wars and Empire get made, and the person that helps produce and helps kind of guide Lucas through it is a guy named Gary Kurtz. I'm going to say this to everybody. If you want to look some interesting shit up, Gary Kurtz was the producer.
He did episode 4 and 5.
He did 4 and 5. And he was the only person at the time that basically told, he hired the directors. He hired Irvin Kershner, who was not a sci-fi movie director, to direct Empire. He hired Richard Marquand to make Jedi. But before he got fired and was out the door, he was the only person on the planet that could tell George Lucas no. And after that moment, when he left, Lucas then surrounded him, and basically, I said it last night on the show. Basically, he said to Lucas, I don't know if you want to make movies or toys. You can't make both.
But, I mean, come on. For a lot of us, Leia's bikini got us through puberty.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't as concerned because I was just.
Derek did too, though. I'm just saying.
With the cornrows?
My bikini Leia kink was that she chokes Jabba out. Anyway, that's a perfect place to end. That's a perfect place to end. His little tail wiggling.
Porky's was there.
It's a perfect place to end.
And what was the creature's?
Salacious Crumb. Salacious P. Crumb. Don't fuck around with Salacious P. Crumb. He was a great character. I loved him.
Don't you have Jabba behind you?
I do. He's
boxed.
He's right here. Yeah, he's back here. Yeah, I have Jabba's throne room. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that was a present from my wife. That was one of the greatest Christmas gifts she ever gave me. She's like, I think she went to a Disney store and they had it. And she's like, she sent me a picture and I was like, oh, that seems expensive. And she's like, but do you want it for Christmas? And I was like, I need it. I need Jabba.
Like the Raiders jacket.
Yeah, just like the fucking starter jacket. Oh, everything ties back. Last comments of the night. Let's see if we get any more Jerry stuff. No. 5 different Silent Night Deadly Nights. That's great. Jerry, what do you got going on with Slapjaw? I know you guys are a busy band. What do you got coming up? Is it your birthday show?
A break for Christmas, but we have a show in Jersey in early January. I can't remember the date exactly, but
we'll get it. Next week. Next week you'll have it.
The Choice for Tots thing went awesome.
Awesome.
Great. This past weekend, it was great.
We
played Friday.
Excellent.
Excellent show.
Joe, you got any other things any shows you want to talk about? We're gonna have Brandon Brooks back. He did some really great shows with us, movie making shows with us early in the Indie Escape Network. Before I was here, and I really love the kid, and I'm so happy we're gonna have him on to talk about Not for Nothing. He's celebrating his friend. I can't think of a better place than to come on and talk on our show. We'll see him next week. And then next week, also, end of the year, we will go over...
Last show of the year.
Last show of 2025. We will go over the most anticipated movies of 2026.
Okay, wait a minute. Jerry. You just heard that, right? I said last show of the year, and he had to outdo me with the last show of 2025.
So basically you're saying you're a dick.
It's the last show before the winter solstice.
Yes, the last show before Santa comes. Also,
last show of the year. Last show.
We will discuss. I don't know if you guys know this. We will discuss
our last show is going to be about death, right? For the Twilight Zone, just before the birth of Christ.
Yes.
Which one?
The Robert Redford episode.
Yeah.
Well, no, I meant which Christ.
The Jesus.
The Buddy Christ.
Nicolas Cage.
We will also, in the most anticipated movie, we will talk about the most important date next year. There's a date on the movie schedule next year, December 19th, 2026.
The remake of Debbie Does Dallas.
No.
Oh.
No. December 19th, 2026. Are you ready? It will be a grand day. It will be Avengers Doomsday versus Dune 3. Dune Messiah. They both open on the same day.
Okay.
So we essentially could get Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday.
You know how pissed off I am that Marvel is using Doomsday or Doom?
No, I don't.
No,
we'll talk about it next week.
DC thing, Doomsday. Fuck.
We'll be talking about it next. Oh, I know you're. That's true. I forgot. You want the death of Superman to mean something, and it's kind of on the back burner. Thank you for joining us tonight. Please like and subscribe. Also, coming up this week, very important. Our girl returns. Natasha Bogutsky returns to Generation Movie. We will be discussing Grumpy Old Men.
Puss on her face.
She might. Well, this is one of her headshots. She's a professional actress. So, yeah. Well, I don't. We're going to be discussing Grumpy Old Men, so she'll be happy. Thank you for joining us tonight. Everybody have a great week. Go see a movie. Go watch a movie on Netflix. Wake Up Dead Men. Have a great night. Bye.
Thank you.